Okay, welcome back everyone to Pontos Fathom Hobbies. It is our gameplay through of Eldritch Horror Season 1 with Yog-Sothoth. This is turn 8. We're actually in turn 7.9 because we had a couple resolution things that I didn't finish from the last turn. So what we have to wrap up is because I forgot that when there's a transportation of a character to the gate, they have to have an immediate encounter there. So the monster encounter from the Mythos Phase. So let's just go back. Our Mythos Phase had the monster spawn on a character on an active gate. So this one's not an active gate actually. So anyone on an active gate had a monster spawn. Oh no, it's through the event action. Sorry, a monster ambushes them based on eyes everywhere. So there's basically the concept is a monster has been stalking them, and then they show up. Also in the last phase, Rita failed to close the Rome gate. So now she's still in Rome. She has to encounter this monster. So before turn 8, let's wrap up turn 7. The other thing is, I also did not discard Rita's spell. So Rita had a spell to discard from her city, from her encounter. She failed an encounter and she had to discard a spell. So there's one discarded spell. And now let's have that encounter. That'll wrap up turn 7, and then we can start turn 8. So first, Joe Diamond finds the Deep One Hybrid. A Deep One Hybrid. It looks like Mr. Hyde. So he will first roll his will check. And he rolls Snake Eyes. So he loses his will. Oh, he can do a reroll. Let's have him reroll a die. And he fails it. So he fails that. He gets takes the hit from his madness. But he can come back and roll his attack. And he gets a 6, which is a 1. Monster is gone. So Joe Diamond resolves that. Wrap up from turn 7.9. Rita will fight this Migo. It has strength of 3. Again, first she will resolve her madness. And she passes. And then she will resolve her blunderbuss enhanced strength -1. -2 actually. She gets 3 hits, strength of 3, and now she also has her comeback. Oh, last thing for her comeback is she has to improve her observation and her will. So let me get an observation and a will for her to improve. So she's got those improved, and great. Okay, so now turn. Sorry, I didn't resolve that last time. So now turn 7 is complete. Turn 8 begins. I think what we plan to do is have maybe Safina. I think because Rita will be able to stay here and encounter this gate and try to close the gate with spells. I will have Safina head toward the clue. Does she need to really get more clues? Maybe she will go gain spells. So I will have her use a train ticket and travel to Arkham, and she's going to try to gain an incantation spell. Okay, and then I will have Joe Diamond. Joe Diamond has to come back to London, so maybe he will rest so he can up his 1 and 1. He will rest. And he will travel to London and just do a London encounter. He can spawn a clue token here, potentially. And then Rita also got some damage. I think she will also rest. And she will, again, she's staying here because she will try to close the gate. So she will try this once per round. You can gain a talent condition to improve one skill of your choice. Once per round, when you gain a talent condition, you can improve one skill of your choice. Okay, so she hasn't gained a talent condition. What can she do? I did want to improve her skill of influence. Yeah, okay. I got to remember too that Rita has this: if you lose 2 or more health points, you can prevent 1 health loss with her rugged. So I got to remember that. So I guess what she will do is just gain a reroll using a focus. Okay, that'll come in handy. So action phase is done. Let's move on to the encounter phase. The encounter phase is going to start with Safina in Arkham. She will pull an Arkham card. We're on turn 8 of the adventure, and we're going to Arkham because maybe she can gain an incantation spell needed to close that gate. Hopefully, Rita will be able to close it. So, pretending to be one of the 1,000, you convince those cultists to share the secrets of the Black Goat, which she just encountered the Black Goat. That's pretty cool. But participating in their rites begins to change you. You gain a corruption condition to gain 1 magical artifact and 1 incantation spell. Okay, I think she will do that. She will gain a corruption condition to gain 1 magical artifact and 1 incantation spell. I think this is, since we need incantation spells, I think it's fine that she gains the corruption. So she will do that. And next up is Joe Diamond. He will try to spawn a clue token in a London encounter. So I will just leave this. I'm going to get the tokens later. Joe Diamond is in London. So let's pick a London encounter. As the new reptile house, at the new reptile house, you try to recapture a snake. Okay, so he gets to roll his strength test here. And I think he can also, resolving a test, he can re-roll the die with a lucky rabbit's foot. And he can also roll an additional die with a strength test. And he punts it all. If you fail, the snake bites you and you gain a poisoned condition. So he's got a poison condition. I'll pull that out of the deck after. So he's poisoned. Safina has gained a magical artifact and an incantation spell. And next encounter is Rita Young trying to close the Gate of Rome. So she will grab a Rome Gate card here. And it says the city of the great race. So she's gone through the portal in Rome. I always thought that that's so cool. It's like there's a portal inside that she stepped through, and now she's in the city of the great race. You find others who, like you, have had their consciousness pulled into alien bodies from throughout time. You try to convince them to share their knowledge. Okay, she tries to convince them to share the knowledge, and she gets a 5. Okay, so their stories are highly illuminating. Gain 2 clues. So she gains 2 clues. And put those on here for her. Gains 2 clues. They remind you of a ritual research that may provide you with a solution. So there's a ritual research that may provide her with a solution. She passes. If you pass, okay. Finally, if you pass, close the gate. So, Rita Young goes through to the city of the great race. She poses as a cult member to have her body possessed by alien forces. She's somewhat corrupted. She survives it. And she finds the stories illuminating so that she can close this gate. Okay? So now the gate is closed. And we're going to place that gate. Okay, so when the investigator closes the gate, this is where the old ones broke through. When an investigator closes the gate, he may discard 2 spells. he may discard 2 spells to seal the rift. So here's a spell and another spell. Spell. She also discards these 2 spells. If the gates on this card equals to half the thing, which we'll take as 1 rounding, then we can solve this mystery. So this mystery will be solved. Okay, so this is great news for the investigators. Encounter phases are done now, and we will move on to the Mythos phase. Okay, the doom clock moves forward by 1. We do not have a gate with that. So the Mythos card tells us to advance doom for each gate. There is none, so the doom does not advance. We also have a monster surge. So there's a monster surge on this open gate, and there's 2 open gates here. So there's monster surge by our icon reference is 2 for 3 players. So we get a dimensional shambler and a flying polyp in the Heart of Africa gate. This is quite a stack of encounters there. And we get a Chthonian and an elder thing that must have come across from Antarctica into Sydney. So yeah, interesting. Interesting setup here. Okay, so, and last one is we spawn clues. We spawn 2 clues from the clue bag, and those will be in space 10 and space Miskatonic Outpost is not in play, so I won't spawn that one. And the Amazon. Okay, so there are some clues to resolve here, and maybe those can be for Safina to take her painterly skills to the Amazon in Buenos Aires, the ruined Buenos Aires. And we can have a ruined encounter. That might be cool, so maybe I'll send her down that way next. 1, 2, she can get a ship and move next turn. Okay, great. So that is the... let's read the flavor text. It's tied to a dark purpose, our Mythos card. It says, keep running, never look back. You've known for a long time now that the consequences of your actions are always 1 step behind you. But now, it's all catching up to you. Event, resolve the effect of all conditions, treating all die rolls as 1. Okay, so there's no die roll for this 1. So we resolve it. There's no die roll, so we still have to advance the doom gate. So, okay, there's no investigator on an open gate, so we don't advance that one. There's a monster here. That's the flying polyp. It says, move the monster to the space containing a nearest gate. So I guess that is this gate. Yeah, and then this one is, roll 1 dice. On a 1 or 2, the nearest investigator moves 1 space toward this monster. Okay, so I think that would be Rita. She moves 1 space toward that monster. So that's resolved as a 1. And then this one says use the cultists. Again, it's the gate one. So that is resolved. Are there any other ones here? Oh, last thing is to do here is I can take these monsters off her board because she's already solved all these monsters. So I will put those in the discard pile, and she's already got her backstory comeback card. So that is finished. There's also an amnesia condition. Test mind with a 1. So he fails. Somehow you have forgotten the horrors that followed you. It says forgotten danger. Somehow, this is Joe Diamond. So Joe Diamond has an amnesia condition. We have to resolve resolve as a roll of 1. So he fails. So we have to flip the card. Forgotten danger. Somehow you have forgotten the horrors that followed you from your dreams into the waking world. Now you recall that you are always being watched, always in danger. Lose 1 sanity and gain a pursuit condition. Okay, so I will lose 1 sanity, gain a pursuit condition, and then I can discard this card. So I will clean that up afterwards. Okay, that was intense. That was a lot of stuff that happened on turn 8. This has been a great turn. I will resolve these components too, just to do it off, because I have to shuffle through the decks, and it'll take some time. So let me take care of that. If you like what we're doing here, like and subscribe. Visit our other videos. The next turn will be up here in the link for turn 9. And also check our links below. I've got the Archaeology of Yog-Sothoth linked below, which is thematic to this, August Moldenhauer's Volume 3 of the Catu Journals out of Lovecraft's Providence, with the mad effect of a virus type structure that has the ability to communicate to the elder gods. So you get the virus, something in it is a wormhole into the mind of the elder gods. So that's not the kind of virus we want. Let us talk about, this is discarded. Hope you had a great game. See you on the next turn, and thanks for watching. Bye-bye.